Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to Scuba Diver Magazine and welcome to Ask Mark, our scuba diving Q&A, where I'm Mark, a former dive instructor, do my very best to answer your scuba diving questions. So if you do have any scuba questions, by all means pop it down in the comment section underneath this video and I'll get to it as soon as possible. If you use the Ask Mark hashtag, it might even get featured in an up and coming video, and in the meantime, the dive community does like to answer questions as well, so we have a good old chat down in the comment section. This week I'm answering a question from Mr. Neobuxer about new regulators. So Mr. Neobuxer says, "Hi Mark, I finally got myself a shiny new set of regulators after tens of dives on rented ones. Is there something that I need to do to prepare the regulators out of the box before the first dive?" Yes. Take your new regulators diving somewhere safe nearby to you for a couple of dives before you take them on a big trip. Depending on how each part was assembled by the manufacturer, because remember that a lot of the first stage and primary are set up by the manufacturer, they're boxed up, but the alternate, your octo, was probably not connected. It would have been set up, but not with that exact first stage. So they might balance a little bit differently, and also how long they've been sat on a shelf, either at the manufacturer or at your dive center. They may end up just bubbling a little bit after the first one or two dives and need adjusting. Sometimes they'll bubble straight off as soon as you attach them to a cylinder. When I used to work at Simply Scuba, we used to run that service where when you buy a regulator set, we'd actually assemble it. I think it was an extra cost, but if you wanted us to assemble it, we'd assemble it and we'd tweak it to make sure that it was a little bit better and less likely to need that adjustment. But yeah, brand new set of regulators, take them for a couple of dives just to get all of the parts on the inside of the first stage and the second stage, just get them moving for a good few breathing cycles, get all that lubrication kind of moving on all the O-rings and things, and just all the moving parts just need to do their thing and settle in. At the end of those two dives, if they do bubble a little bit, I mean, I'd unscrew the dialer breath and to make it as light as possible if it does have one of these. And if it does bubble, it's perfectly normal. The manufacturer or your dive center, they haven't slighted you. They haven't sold you a bad set of regulators. It's completely normal. And because regulators are just a whole balancing act, because you've got 200-300 bar of gas in your cylinder going into the first stage then adjusts it to about 9 or 10, or sometimes more or less depending on the first stage design, and then you've got that 9 or 10 bar inside of the hose, and then your second stage is having to push against that 9 or 10 bar, and then as soon as you just go, it's got to release enough. So it's all in that kind of spring basically. And if it's not really set up perfectly tightly enough, then yeah, it might just let a little bit, because they're downstream, or 90% of regulators are downstream. So if something fails, it fails in the open position. So it's not unusual just to get a little bit of bubbles, but all you do need to do is just take them to where you bought them and they should adjust them for free. It is pretty easy. If they don't bubble, then you should be good to take them on a big trip. But yeah, regulators, when they're brand new out of the box, obviously go through all of the paperwork and all that, sign up for any like extended warranties or something, because there are quite often free extended warranties on regulators. It just depends on the manufacturer. So make sure that you're not losing out on any of that. And yeah, take them for a dive, a nice easy dive, because yeah, something might happen. And the last thing that you want to be is like out to sea on a 7-day liveaboard and these brand new regulators continually free flow. You want to find out somewhere well ahead of time, near to at least a dealer who sells and can fix those regulators Any other questions, by all means, pop them down in the comment section underneath this video. Use the AskMark hashtag. It gets you and your question featured in an upcoming video. And I do write out an answer in the meantime, so you do get an answer. You don't have to wait for the video to come out. And head over to our website, scubadivermag.com. Check out our website, our scuba diving news and gear reviews. And of course, remember to subscribe here on YouTube. Thank you for watching, everybody. And of course, safe diving.